Welcome back to Inverted Aviators RC. Today we've got the brand new UMX 30mm Viper for me flight, and we're gonna get it back up into the air. Last time we tried flying it, we crashed it right over there due to a little bit of inverted flight and a little more unscheduled rapid disassembly. But nevertheless, these planes are super resilient. They're really easy to fix, and if you wanna see how we fixed it, make sure to check out our fix video. But other than that, it's 40 degrees out. It's a beautiful day for flying. And without any further ado, let's get into the air. Safe is on. As you can see, everything is moving and correcting. I'm also going to turn on AS3X by throttling up. So that means that it turns AS3X on. And so the only thing left to do here is get into the air. And if I remember from last time, I just need to really give this a good arm here. And just like that, we are back up in the air. And the main reason I wanted to fly is A, because this plane is cool, but also we just crashed in the last video flying this plane, and I wanted to show off how you can totally fix these planes up and get them into flying shape. Even with FPV, and even though they're UMX, you can still get them back into flying shape. And I do want to try a little aerobatics again. I just don't want to do it that close to the ground, believe it or not. So we're back out and we are flying, which I'm super excited to be doing because it's actually in the 40s, which is crazy for Minnesota in February. And I'm like, well, heck, it's not windy, it's not cold, and I've got a cool plane. It's like, why else should I? What other reasons do I need to fly? But yeah, so that's why I'm out here, just showing it up. Hard to see where I am, you know, with it being white and I'm a white coat and there are birds around. Should be leaving them alone. It's a little windy, or it's actually not windy, it's just a little jostly. I just love hearing it go by, like it's so cool. Let's try to go up a little bit higher, get into the jet stream, if you will. See, stay over me, because I want to just fly a little inverted. Look at that, I can do it. It was just, I was doing it too close to the ground. But yeah, I've got the whole bottom of this plane packaging taped up because when I'm landing on this snow, I don't want the paint to get any ripped up, plus dealing with repairs just means that it's a little more brittle than it is out of the box. I figured, heck, why not put a little more tape on? But yeah, I'm flying just pretty gentle. I just wanted to get my bearings. This isn't going to be one of those turbo timber. This isn't going to be one of those turbo timber evolution rip arounds of the crescendo, really aerobatic stuff. I just want to get some flights in because it's so nice. And I keep doing these low passes for a secret project I'm working on, as well as it's really cool. So that's what I'm doing. There's also, someone mentioned in the comments, you could do the flaperons mod that is also done on the UMX Timber X, so that you could add flaps without having to add more servos or add any extra weight. I'm like, oh, that sounds exactly up our alley. A little slow low pass. But yeah, that's something that could be in the near future, adding mods. I also thought of, there's some way to get a battery voltage indicator that's light and tiny. I could add a little light in the dashboard that just turns on when it's getting low, because I don't have a great gauge for how long I should fly. I think it's about 3 minutes-ish. I've been flying pretty light. But yeah, having a little light like that, or maybe even some sort of head tracking, I'm going to talk about that in the second flight, which I will land here. But yeah, having some form of head tracking or some indicator in the cockpit, because you can see the cockpit so much, like that just seems cool. But I'm flying very low throttle on purpose. I'm trying to get better at landing, especially jets. Don't know the correct procedure, but just trying to fly low and slow. Flare? Oh, come on, that's awesome. Okay, we're gonna get the new battery in really quick because that whole flight went just about perfectly. Oh man, that was sweet. Oh, nice. Okay, so I see all this snow I've got to get off because I don't want it to get into any of the electronics, which I'm guessing there's going to be some in the fuselage as well. So I'm going to put the lid back on, and then, oh yeah, we got some in there, which I think going out the front like this, can get better in this camera, just to try to get extra snow out. But yeah, the repairs did just great, like no issues at all. Just trying to get any of this snow, because that was purely the landing, which for the record I greased because that was perfect. But okay, let's just get the second battery in and get back into the air, because that literally went as good as I can. And I don't want to loiter, but I do want to spool up so that we can turn AS3X on, as well as get the stuff out of the engine here. Okay, I think we should be just about clear, but it's throttling it up to get AS3X on and recording goggles. Okay, safe is on. Everything is recording. Let's get up into the air. Another good throw is what we need. There we go. We're once again up in the air. So yeah, again, learning from my mistakes of not throwing it hard enough the very first time. Just needs to throw it harder and really trust that auto launch system, because they designed it to make it easy to launch by yourself. And again, just getting more low passes because it's really cool. I'm gonna fly higher. I keep hearing, whoa, birds. That's cool. I'm very positive those birds would just annihilate this plane if there was any sort of collision, so I'm trying to stay away from them. I heard their chirping and I thought it was the engine. But I'll try to stay away from them as well, because I don't have confidence that I would win in a collision. But I want to fly higher to get a little aerobatic, just because it's a jet. It's a sport jet at that. Seems high enough, so let's do a little roll, pitch up. See, look at that, inverted flight. Did it just fine. I don't know what happened on that crash. I was too close to the ground, and then I didn't correct with elevator. But this plane is awesome, especially with FPV. I'm still looking into how to remove this little piece of white decal that's on the front, because I think it would just, you can see so much more. I mean, I can see all that I need to, just right over the dashboard. It's pretty much where I'm always looking. But it's another. But if I could remove it, I could just see more, which, I mean, who doesn't want to see more? There we go, a little aerobatics. Let's see, can I knife edge? Not really. Let me just go inverted, upside down, keep throttle up, elevator forward. Let's maybe roll out of it. I also add an extra piece of packaging tape that seals the joint in between the wing and the fuselage, because I figure this plane is small enough, I don't really need to be taking it apart every time I go fly. So if I just seal that gap, it's a little more strength. But on top of that, it's like, it's a little extra bit of skid I get on the ground when I come into land. So why not just add that? I was flying pretty hard. Let me go fly up again and just fly slow. Probably could have turned the contrast and colors around, because it's kind of gloomy out between the clouds and dead grass and snow. But oh yeah, head tracking. Someone commented, is this too small for head tracking? For our normal head tracking, yes. It would be too small, because there is not a lot of extra space in this canopy. But if we are talking just maybe looking left and right, I have some thoughts about how maybe I could get it done. And that would be using some sort of a 90-degree rotation converter, so I could stand the left-right servo behind the camera, and then when I turn my head, it would through some sort of gearing. I would need maybe a mechanical engineer's help to figure that one out. But if I could get it behind it and then the camera and the servo would be sitting parallel instead of on top of each other, then I could maybe turn it. But then I would have to also have to change the camera that I'm using, because this camera is kind of wide. I have to use something like a micro nano camera. Let me do a little pass here. But if I did something like that, I could maybe put the camera a little further down, but then I could look left and right. I don't know, just thoughts. Totally nothing is in the works yet, but that was a comment I saw, and my current response is that my normal head tracking system would be too large, because there's also beneath this canopy, it's pretty much battery and that's it. Let me get a little more inverted flight here. And then before anything goes wrong, let me just go barrel roll. I guess I haven't been doing like the normal aerobatics I normally do, which is just flipping like crazy. Yeah. Get the other way. I've also only been flying this counterclockwise. I should also come into land because you're getting a longer flight time. I also don't have any way of knowing how long I've been flying. I could set up a timer on my transmitter. I just haven't. That's my only excuse. But yeah, maybe something like that to tell me how long I've been flying. Who knows? Ideas. But yeah, drop your ideas in the comments too on things I could add to this plane, because it's clearly awesome when your pilot's not having issues. But let me try to land this again, see if I can duplicate. That all went so well. All right. That's been Inverted Aviators RC with the UMX Viper 30mm with FPV. We just crashed it, we just fixed it, and we're so back. Thank you so much for watching. It's been awesome to see this plane join into our lineup, and we're for sure going to be flying it more, especially with this launch assist and this snowy ground. It's been awesome. Oh yeah, one more thing. We've got some really cool merch right now, so if you want to see this shirt or the sweatshirt or a whole bunch of different other ones, make sure to check out our Shopify link in the description where you can check out our merch, which not only looks really cool for you, but it also helps out our channel, so consider it. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and if you love how things are going, become a member. It's really nice, it helps us out, but either way, this has been Inverted Aviators RC, and see you guys next time.